Like Captain Ahab, we have been searching for a consistent version of this deck for a long time. And now the White Whale has resurfaced its Dark Box from Chilling Reign. Welcome back everyone to more from the Sableyes. I'm Mitch and today we are going to take a look at Malamar and Dark Box. With Chilling Reign, we have a few extra pieces that can help these attackers really stand out, and they have done quite well recently. This particular list doing quite well on some of the Play Limitless TCG events over the last couple of days. If you're interested in checking out the list, it is down in the description. Whilst you're there, leave a like, make sure you've subscribed, and let's jump across to PTCGO, check out the deck. So here is our Dark Box, a very, very strong deck focused around a very strong VMAX Pokemon, Malamar VMAX, with 310 HP. This Dark-type Pokemon has a very strong attack, Max Jammer, for 2 Darkness and 1 Colorless Energy. It deals 180 damage, and you can look at your opponent's hand and take a card from their hand and place it on the bottom of their deck. A very, very powerful ability that allows you to reduce their consistency, take away the options that they have in their hand, and give you the best chance to win. The awkward thing is that this attack cost is relatively high. How are we going to get 3 Dark Energies to our Malamar? Well, we're going to move them there using our Weavile-GX. This card has been out for so long, and it has really not had a chance to shine, but right now is probably the best that Dark Box has ever been. Shadow Connection on Weavile means that we can move Dark Energy around our field of play in any way we like during our turn, and it means that we give ourselves a ton of options as long as we can get our energy into play. We used to have to focus on cards like Red and Blue, which would allow us to evolve a Pokemon on our bench into one that we have in our deck, and if we discard 2 cards from our hand, then we can accelerate 2 energy to it. So that's obviously a good way to get energy onto our Weavile. We're going to do that anyway. But we also have the excellent acceleration from the brand new Galarian Moltres V. Chilling Reign obviously brought so many good cards, and this is one of them. Allows us to get extra Darkness Energies in play thanks to its Dire Flame Wings ability, which can then allow us to utilize a number of different attackers. Obviously our primary one is Malamar, but we do have a tag team package. We've got things like Mega Sableye and Tyranitar. We've got things like Umbreon and Darkrai, and of course we have Mewtwo and Mew with which we can attack as well. So lots of powerful options. It's just a matter of getting those energy in play. Another really cool thing about this deck is since we are moving energy around, we can utilize Cheryl. Obviously, our VMAX Pokemon, our Malamar, has 310 HP, and there is not a lot in format at the moment that can knock that out in one shot. So we can move the energy off of that particular Pokemon, use our Cheryl, heal the damage off, put it all back, and deal 180 again and again. We'll see if we can get that to happen in a game. Obviously, Malamar VMAX, a little bit on the weaker side of VMAX Pokemon, but still a very powerful attack. We'll see if we can power it up thanks to Weavile. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are up against a Sobble of some description. Let's get rid of this money. We're going to quick ball. We're going to start ourselves off. One of the problems that this deck does have, especially in the early game, is that you do ask for a lot of cards. In the early game, we need to get a Sneasel, we need to get a Malamar, we need to get all sorts of stuff happening here, and unfortunately, we're not going to be able to use our Viridian Forest to get ourselves an energy attachment this turn. We don't want to remove the VMAX from our hand, and we definitely don't want to lose the research, so we're going to need to just hold onto these cards for now. Luckily for us, our opponent is not doing much. They're just going to use Keep Calling. They've got Water Energy, so we could be up against the classic Ice Rider here. Now we will play our Viridian Forest, and we'll get rid of this boss's orders to find a Dark Energy. We'll attach that to our Malamar and evolve. And then we can research and draw a fresh set of 7 cards. See what we can find here. Weavile-GX is a good card to have. We can also play Judge Whistle to just draw a card, which is always good. I think I'm actually going to hold... No, we're going to put the Weavile in play. I was going to say we might actually hold onto it because of the Red and Blue, but to be honest, we can get the energy that we need in play regardless because of Moltres' ability. So what we're going to do is we're going to hope that next turn we can find a Darkness Energy off of our research. We can discard it with Viridian Forest, attach it, and then we'll move on from there. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Our opponent has a Drizzile, so we're going to probably see their main attacker now. But you never know. It could be anything. Also, how are you feeling about me in my hair at the moment in the corner over here? It feels very floofy today. I went to the dentist this morning, so I kind of had to look fine, like a normal human being. And now my teeth are all clean, which is nice. Go to the dentist. I haven't been in a long time. Anyway, we're not playing against Ice Rider. We are playing up against Inteleon, so it's going to be very interesting. They are going to switch into their Sobble and then Mania. So there goes our plan of using Professor's Research next turn. It's not the end of the world. Hopefully we find a Darkness Energy so we can search one out with Viridian Forest. That would be fantastic. And we do. We actually find multiple Dark Energies, which is good. But we are going to struggle to get this Mew out of the active, to be honest. I may have potentially missed that as an option going forward, but that's okay. We can move an energy using a Weavile if we'd like to. It's not the end of the world. Our opponent is doing a lot of things, though, which is always concerning when your opponent plays lots of cards. But you know what? It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. They're just going to play another level. We'll get themselves another Drizzile. Fair enough. I'm trying to decide if they hurt or not. I don't think so. They're just not used to being clean. Well, I mean, you know, I brush my teeth. I'm not an animal. But, like, I mean, like, you know, the dentist cleans them. Moving on. Oh, we just top-teched the air balloon. Well, I never. Let's remove an energy with Viridian Forest. We'll grab one of those out, and then we can get cracking here. We'll Judge Whistle. See what we can find off the top deck at Pokemon. That's fine. We will Diaflame Wings, and we can attach a Dark Energy to our Malamar. And we're going to be able to move our Mew out of the active here and start attacking with Max Jam. We'll take one prize, and we'll remove a card from our opponent's hand. And I'm thinking it's probably going to be that Melanie that they just searched out. I don't want them having that. They have two. Let's get rid of the Inteleon. We don't want them attacking. They can have two Melanies. I don't want them to have that extra. I don't want them to have the attacker. So they can have their two Melanies. I just don't want them to be attacking yet. They're going to retreat into the Inteleon. They are top-decking Evo Incense. I mean, they had a chance to draw into it anyway. I shouldn't get so upset. They definitely could have, and probably should have, found it anyway. And they're going to go into their quick shooting, rapid strike Inteleon to get rid of Mew. So yeah, an average start for us. If they do use Max Bullet, though, that's okay. They're not going to be dealing the 60 damage to the bench just yet, and we can start powering up other attackers, which is good. We will get 2 energy in play thanks to our Moltres this turn. Plus, we can also half-hit this Inteleon and remove one of the cards that they have in hand. Let's Quick Ball first, though. I think we can get rid of red and blue. I don't think we're going to need them. And we probably get ourselves... Oh, this is such a tough choice. Maybe the Dedenne. Maybe we just draw some cards. That seems fine. We could get, like... We could have gotten the Kricketune, but to be honest, I think this is just perfectly acceptable. We're going to Dedenne here. We're going to... Actually, no, we should probably discard the Dark Energy. And we'll do that a couple of times, just so that we've got some more Darkness Energies in the bin. Actually, should not have done that. That was a terrible decision. Because now I've got to attack with this this Moltres this turn, because I can only do that once. I don't know why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, but it's fine. We're going to remove one of the cards from our opponent's hand, and we are definitely getting rid of that Melanie now. We don't want our opponent to have access to anything, and at the moment, they are top-decking. We know that the only card they had in their hand before was the Air Balloon. So if they want to retreat, that's fine. They probably take a knockout. And if they take the knockout, then we can take our own knockout in revenge, thanks to our Moltres. Looks like they found a level ball, but that's not particularly useful for them. Probably going to grab an energy with this Mew. They'll discard that with Viridian Forest and get an energy. Attach that to the Inteleon. So we know the only card they have is an Air Balloon. They will, of course, take 3 prizes when they knock out this Malamar. But we can take a knockout on their only attacker, which is very, very strong. And we can potentially set ourselves up to try and win the game. We will see, though. Anything could happen here. There's that air balloon. They get a max bullet, and now we have no idea what is in their hand. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I think... Well, I mean, we could attack with Mewtwo. We could attack with our Umbreon Darkrai, but I think it's better to just attack with our Moltres here. We don't really want our opponent to have the ability to win the game right now. They actually are going to knock out the Mew anyway. I probably should have thought about this a little bit more. That's okay. We're just gonna sit back. We're gonna relax. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Let's Aura Burn. We'll take the knockout. Our opponent has 3 cards. They've all been prize cards. My concern, though, is that I am about to get knocked out. I think the most they could do is 160 to me, plus the 20, thanks to the Inteleon, is 180. So that's going to miss by 10. If they do get another quick shooting Inteleon, though, this is probably a bad play. At least I think that maths is correct. And they are gunning for it. So if they find an Evo Incense here, they will be able to get themselves another quick shooting Inteleon. But they still need the VMAX if they want to do what they're planning on doing here. We might have a chance. We might. There are no guarantees in this world, but we might have a chance. They're going to knock out the Mew. That's a concern. 50, 180, and then extra. What are we going to do here? We can't attack with this Moltres. We have to attack with something else. It might be time to attack with Mewtwo, potentially. We could use Mewtwo to attack into this Inteleon. There is another Inteleon with quick shooting. So they're going to be just short. If they had have attacked, if they had have used quick shooting into my active, they would have actually knocked it out and removed all of my energy from play, which would have been very frightening. They're actually just going to Hydro Snipe here. I think our opponent is giving us an opportunity to stay in this game, which I am frankly very thankful for. So we have Darkrai. Can we get that many energy in play? I don't think we can. Well, we're going to play down the Mewtwo regardless. The Air Balloon is definitely going on the active. I'm definitely attaching to the Mewtwo. I'm definitely using Dire Flame Wings. So let's get all those out of the way right now. Then I think we can just research. We don't need any of these cards in our hand. They're all kind of useless. That reset stamp to 2 is very, very nice. I'm thinking that that's going to be one of our options here. That might be the play that we make. We will put the Air Balloon on the Mewtwo. We will Shadow Connection. We're going to move these energies to the active here. And we'll see what happens from here. Let's Quick Ball, get rid of the Marshadow, whatever, it doesn't matter. And we'll grab Kricketune. Because Kricketune can at least get us a couple of cards eventually. We'll play that down. Do I reset stamp here? We've used Quick Balls. We've used a lot of energy. Malamar is no longer an option. I think we reset stamp, put them to 2, and hope that they don't have any way out. Then what we're going to do is we are just going to use Black Lance, I think it's called. 150 of the active will snipe the Dedenne. Next turn, we can knock out the Dedenne for the game. But that is assuming that we have a next turn. They could very easily just gust up the Dedenne or Moltres or Weavile and knock them out, or Kricketune. They can actually knock out all of them thanks to their Inteleons. But we need to hope that they don't have Boss. And if they don't have Boss, and we retain our hand, we're going to win. But they will definitely remove our hand, which is why I got the Kricketune. Because like, they're definitely going to. Like, it's not even a question in my head. Will they remove my hand? Almost definitely yes. I know I stamped them into nothing, but they've got something in their hand. I know it. I can just sense these things. They're retreating though, which means that they cannot win the game this turn. Okay, here come those snipes, those quick shooting snipes. So our opponent going to put a bunch of pressure on our Dedenne. And there's the money. Okay, so we've prepared for this, ladies and gentlemen. We have prepared. We have the Kricketune. We thinned as much as we could. We have a research and a Tyranitar, and a Com. None of these cards are that good. None of these cards are that good. They couldn't get the win. We have another Pokecom. Firstly, let's Direflame Wings. We'll get another energy in play. Then we can Com away our Tyranitar. Do we have any draw Pokemon left? We don't. Okay. What do we have? We have one boss, we have one Pokegear, and we have one Tag Whistle left. We're just gonna have to get incredibly lucky. I mean, it's not too bad. To be fair, we have a 3 in 11 chance of getting something good here off of this Kricketune. So let's get some. I have no idea what that Bing Bong was. Oh, Judge Whistle. Okay, let's draw our card. Hopefully we get the boss. We don't get the boss. We get the Pokegear. Hopefully we get the boss. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. We will take the knockout on the Dedenne. There is the victory. Whew. Sometimes it all just works, you know. Sometimes you just get that little bit of luck at the end that you need. So only one game today. I thought I'd just relax a little bit. We'll just get that one. You know, we got lucky at the end. That's a good way to end it. Is this deck good? You know what, it's alright. Playability-wise, I'm giving this one a B. It's got a pretty good matchup against Shadow Rider Calyrex, which is always a good thing to have. But one of the problems that I do find with this is that it requires a lot of pieces. I'm giving it a C for consistency. You obviously need your Weaviles out, you need your Malamars out, you need all of your energy, all that kind of stuff needs to be happening. So consistency-wise, there are some problems, but obviously there are some lists that will work a little bit better than this one. Value-wise, I'm also giving this one a C. It is quite expensive to put this deck together, and a lot of the cards that this deck utilizes, including the Weavile above me, are going to be rotating in a few months, so probably don't invest in this one. Doesn't look like a good value pick, but it's definitely fun. I'll give this one a B. Overall, a B- for a deck. It's a pretty solid effort. Not one that's going to be consistently on the top tables, but for the moment, whilst Shadow Rider is big, this deck is definitely worth giving a crack. And thank you very much to all of my channel members. There's so many of them now. Look at how small I have to be in the corner over here to fit everyone in. Thank you very much to all of those people who have jumped on board recently. We are sitting at 92 channel members. When I get to 100, we will be having our first Sableye member tournament. So if you'd like to be a part of that, then feel free to jump down into the description, click the join button, and become a Sableye member. It's $3 a month. If you're watching at the end, that's the kind of people that we're looking for to play in our tournament. So make sure you do that. Thank you very much to all of these people. I won't read out everyone's name. There's just way too many of them at this point. You're all heroes, every single one of you. I appreciate you coming along, and I'll see you next time for more from the Sableyes. Bye. So little.